It's day 33 of the trip and day 2 here at Tower Rock in Shawnee National Forest in Illinois. Look at the fog breaking over the water there. This was quite the morning. Look at that shot. It's like the sky, but it's on the ground. Um, it was moving all around and it eventually came over to the trees and it kind of filled up this area here where we were on land. And then all of a sudden it was gone, like just in a snap. It was pretty neat. So then we started focusing on breakfast. Had some breakfast hot dogs, you know. Everybody should call them that, because that's what they are. And then so that was a good time. The fog was still kind of heavy on the water, and there's a barge going through there. So many barges today. Then we started getting the hash browns going, and here's a here's a look at my breakfast. Um, I'm a ketchup fiend, and I barely had any ketchup the whole trip, and so I let it rip on this day. Um, but yeah, like I said, the barges were nuts. I mean, they just kept coming and coming and coming. I don't know what they're doing. I looked up, you know, what happens on the Mississippi, what happens on the Ohio River in Illinois, and there used to be a lot of mining, but now they don't do any of that. So I'm like, okay, great. So what is it that they're doing? Um, I don't know where they were going. It was just hard to figure out. But one thing's for sure, they're working really hard. They're working almost as hard as these ants. These ants are going to town. They're bringing out all these pebbles of rock and dirt. And it's crazy because, like, it's all, like, really fine sand, but they roll the dirt up into balls and then roll it out of the hole. That's pretty neat. I laid in the hammock for a bit and I was listening to my music, which I haven't done in a while, which was very nice. My dad decided that he wanted to put his hammock up, but he couldn't quite figure it out, and so he ended up trying and giving up. Um, but don't worry, I helped him. I figured it out in probably, I don't know, 4 minutes. But that's okay, that's just how it goes. Then we had some lunch, and there was a spider crawling around, and he was making webs everywhere. He was blowing my mind. I was like, how did you get the web over there? Then there's also this guy. These guys are really, really, really tiny, and they look like ash when they fly because they're like covered in ash. Then there's a ladybug. Um, I decided to go and work on some videos, as you can see there. Look at that. Whoa, it's like crazy. And then we got more wood because it was really cold, so we needed more wood. We just went down to the beach and found some driftwood there and just went to town on it. I chopped it all up and then we put it inside the fire and it keeps us nice and warm and we are grateful for what has been given to us in this bounty. Then the sun started setting and I was looking at the glare and I was like, whoa, look at it, whoa, whoa. So we went down there and beautiful sunset. You know, I don't like the state of Ohio that much. You put a bad taste in my mouth. This is called the Ohio River. Whatever. We saw some fish alive and also not alive. That was cool. We also saw some really not alive fish. And then some other not alive fish. What I think is fish. I don't know. But it was pretty nonetheless. And you know what? The barges still kept coming. There were so many of them. All these barges, tugboats, and they have like, they're not very loud, but they have like a pretty low hum that you can feel in your body. And they just kept coming from all directions all night too. Once we went to bed, they were coming all night. Um, I really wonder what they're doing. Um, but we ended up making some sandwiches and soup for dinner. So we grilled up some turkey, some sliced turkey, and I'll take it away from here. Here is my sandwich. And oops. And then we were having tomato soup. I didn't know if I wanted that one or that one or this one or that one or the. Anyway, we had a nice fire. And it was warm. Stay tuned for day 34. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot we saw a deer. I don't, well, my dad did. He was like, deer. And I was like, holy shit, scared the hell out of me, man, because there were some shady characters driving through earlier. So, okay, now enjoy day 34.